you're not Awachi keen on the Subaru WRX SDI, I really don't get sound advice with you. In fact, buzz off, you will find stamps that requirement collecting. If you're a follower, buckle up. The new limited edition Type R takes the Awachi Great STI and causes it to be much, significantly better. Given that it's inspired through the Nürburgring record attempt car the RA in Type R, you would possibly expect that it is better, especially since the considerably more heavily modified STI set the record for just a four-door sedan with the Nordschleife, which has a lap use of 6:57.5. While there's no rally spec engine in the hood with this Type R, it's some on the record run RA's DNA. This will be the first time Subaru has graced America with one of its truly special Subaru Tecnica International creations. In support of 500 examples will likely be sold here for 2018, a minimum of, each bearing a serialized number plate next for the shifter. There are no options or upgrades, and you can take your pick of white, blue, or black paint. Oh, as well as the sticker can have a price of $48,999 plus $860 in delivery fees for the total of $49,859, at the very least until your friendly local dealer marks that up another 20% thanks to its exclusivity. So just what does the Type R improve the Awachi Fun STI formula? Not a lot. But not much of it's all regulated that glamorous, but taken together it adds up to an auto that's sharper, tighter, and far more watchy in working order on track. The engine gets some minor but significant upgrades, including new sodium-filled valves and reinforced pistons. Both of these modifications are essentially durability upgrades, raising the Type R to stand up to the rigors of extended high RPM and high boost track usage. Combined with some electronic tweaks, a larger diameter exhaust, plus a cold air intake, the STI Type R's upgraded 2.5-liter engine is rated for 310 horsepower and 290 lb-ft, up 5 horsepower and 0 lb-ft at peak, but moreover, with now more area within the curve within the 2000 to 3,000 revolutions per minute range. Dovetailed that has a 4% shorter third gear ratio, 1.590:1 inch place of the common STI's 1.521:1. The Type R feels perceptibly quicker in typical corner carving, a few of which happens at third gear speeds. While it's improbable something you'd notice in a very visceral sense, the STI Type R is usually 68 pounds lighter over a factory spec STI preloaded with Recaro seats. The weight is certainly caused by cut by dropping the spare wheel tire kit substituted with an emergency flat fix kit, but a number of the weight savings also emanates from the graphite roof. Unlike most in the all-show, no-go carbon officially used on cars today, the Type R's roof is autoclaved dry pre-preg carbon fiber, no wet layup here. As a result, with the weight savings, the Type R's center of gravity is a few millimeters lower. Aerodynamics get an upgrade for that Type R, which has a new adjustable carbon rear wing. In the flat position, rear downforce increases by 64% over the conventional STI's wing. Using the upgraded wing up, it's 116% more smashing. Overall aero is additionally improved, with 16.5% less lift around the front axle, and 42.9% less lift around the rear. Despite the upgrades in downforce, the main package offers 1.4% less drag. The single most noticeable improvement on the Type R over its standard brethren will be the steering. While Subaru doesn't mention any steering-specific tweaks, the suede-wrapped wheel is considerably more communicative than from the standard STI. Perhaps that's to the improvements offered with the Bilstein STI Sport Tune dampers, which raise the damping forces at lower shaft speeds, the style of motion induced by driver input, instead of bumps inside road. Whatever the cause, the nearly $50,000 Type R's steering is palpably improved. In fact, if there's one shortcoming to your STI Type R's skill in show sets, it's the Type R. No, not another special STI, the Honda Civic Type R, which I drove from the offices in El Segundo towards the launch from the Type R in Palm Springs, effectively giving me the chance to road test them out back-to-back. Though it's front-wheel drive towards the STI's Fort Tire Fire, the Type R ticks more boxes and ticks them harder than the Type R can manage. How? Let's start with the burden. The Type R tips the scales at 3,117 pounds. The Type R, though lighter than the usual standard STI, is huskier at 3,395 pounds, both curb weights as supplied from the respective manufacturers. That 283 pounds difference may well not seem like much in riding, but it's similar to a trim adult passenger, a substantial dog, and 50 pounds of pet food. Making the extra weight differential worse, the Type R packs 4 fewer ponies, but 5 lb-ft more torque, essentially an inactive heat-on output, leaving the Type R with fewer pounds to haul around with each horsepower. The Type R would it with 0.5 liters less displacement, 2, and net superior fuel usage, 2,228 miles per gallon city highway versus the STI Type R's 1,622. The Type R can also be more comfortable to stay in, especially over longer drives, and contains better steering, more neutral handling dynamics, as well as a sweeter sounding engine. They're both pretty ugly designs, so no winner there. Oh, plus the Type R's market price is $34,990 including delivery. Sure, dealers are marking in the Type R in the $50,000 range, but that's the place that the Type R starts. Even if dealers don't add their very own premium to your 500-car Type R run, and you could bet they are going to, the Type R gives up a lot on the bang for the buck punch to its more ordinary production Honda counterpart. In the conclusion, if the Type R will be worth the premium over the standard STI, especially after you could probably accomplish most on the same upgrades yourself, admittedly sans warranty, is an issue best answered not because of your rational, logical side, but through your burning enthusiast passion. Sure, you will find better bargains around, the Type R being foremost included in this. There are cars that cost a bit more that happen to be even faster, though some might lack the utility in the Subaru. So yes, you will discover reasons to poke holes of what is, ultimately, the very best production STI that Subaru has ever bought from America, as well as a genuinely fun car to wail around in. You may also be collecting stamps. 2018 Subaru WRX STI Type R specifications. Price: $49,859 as tested. Engine: 2.5 liters turbocharged 16 valve H4310 HP at 6,000 revolutions per minute, 290 lb-ft at 4,005. 200 revolutions per minute. Transmission: 6-speed manual. Layout: 4-door, 5-passenger, front engine, AWD sedan. EPA mileage: 1,622 miles per gallon city hui. LXWXH: 181.3 by 70.7 by 58.1 inch. Wheelbase: 104.3 inches. Weight: 3,395 pounds, 060 miles per hour, 5.6 seconds estate. Top speed: 159 miles per hour estate.